All right, everybody. It's Mark with Epic Trout talking today with Allan Cole, one of the greatest, if not the greatest, West Coast brown trout anglers of all time. How you doing, Allan?
Pretty good. You're going to record this with my voice, too?
That's right. We're recording today. So tell me a little bit about how many big browns you've caught, how many big stripers you've caught, and how many big bass you've caught for all those folks listening out there.
You forgot to mention albacore. I was into that for 15 years.
Tell me about albacore. I heard you had a state record at one time or something.
I caught the state record. I can't believe it. Went out for lived in Bishop, went down there to Morro Bay because I heard they were just starting to come in. And we went out to the Little Princess, my brother and me, and I got 9. We each got 9, my brother and me. 4. We got 4 over 40, which is unheard of. Big ones came in. I mean, they were hard fighters, and I caught a 48-pounder, which was the state record of all things.
You're kidding me. So you actually had a state record.
I had a state record in 1974 and 1979. I think it's 5 or 6 years. Yeah, it's a state record. I sent it in, all the stuff they sent me back. I got a certificate here. I got certificates all over the place. You can't use them for dinner, right? Or I should say eat them for dinner. Okay.
How many big brown stripers and bass do you have now?
You mean size, the biggest size-wise, or what?
No, like how many brown?
I got 38 over 10. I got. It seems like I lost count a long time ago, but I had like 159 pounders.
How about stripers over 40?
I got 31. I had a 50-pounder right to the boat. I missed the gaff about an inch, and he got off. But I got 31 at this time,
including a state record, right?
Yeah.
And what about largemouth?
Largemouth, oh geez, I think I'm right around 60 or something. I only fished them in the winter for a few years there. I fished them hard for a while after I moved down from Bishop. I kind of got involved in them. That's how I got this lure going. Well, them and stripers. I didn't even know how to catch them. Right.
Awesome. Tell me about when you actually started trout fishing. You told me a story one time about swimming around in a pond with a string attached to your toe.
It was a lake. I was born in Waukesha, Wisconsin. And then we lived in West Dallas where I went to grammar school. I still have a friend I communicate with all these years, by the way. And it's 4 miles from the marina there where you guys get all them big browns. Can't believe it. Anyway, my dad had a lake cottage in those days. He was like real estate and painting and all this and that. That's what he did. And investments. And he was a businessman. He had 6 boys, something I couldn't do.
Whoa.
He's a better man than me in that way. But anyway, he had a lake cottage, and they wouldn't take me out. They went out to pike and muskie fishing at Pewaukee Lake, which I guess is a premier muskie lake back there now. And they'd leave me on the dock, so I went around and got me a bucket, and I didn't have a boat or nothing, so I went and treaded line around the docks on my toe. And I got a whole bucket full of big crappie and bluegill. And when they come back, they didn't get nothing. I burned them hard. My first burn.
So you just swim around with that?
Some of them are big. They won't pull my toe off. They pull pretty hard. You ever caught them?
Not like that.
Yeah, I'm not into. Oh, hey. Then when I moved back, we moved to California, and I lived in La Crescenta, and we'd go up to Sunland Park, like when I was junior high. Not Sunland, Tonga Canyon. That little pond there. They used to stock the stream in the winter. And I'm swimming underwater, and I'd seen all these trout in there. It's a swimming hole. And so the guy told the guy, any fish in there? No fish in there. So I thought, oh, yes, there is. I seen them. So I went and got the line on the tow method because I was a pro by that time. And start going around. They start jerking, and I put the trout in my swimming trunks, walk out nonchalant. Oh, I got over the limit many times. And I just pulled a trout. Nobody knew I was fishing. Some of them were a pound and a half for down there. You know, that was when I was a kid, you know.
Oh, man, that's hilarious. So when did you start chasing the big browns? That is a true story. When did you start chasing the big browns? Is that when you moved to Bishop?
No. In fact, I had a picture. I looked at it. It was 1961. I was 19. I went up to Twin Lakes with my brothers. We used to go up to Crawley every year for years for the opener. And I went up to Twin Lakes one year, and I think my first brown I caught was, I don't know, little ones, like, well, in streams and stuff. We fished streams. We were into fishing. I fished down there, Tonga Dam. That's another place above Locker Center there that they didn't have no trout, but they stocked Sespe Creek. And we used to go hike down the canyon. Nobody could fish in there. It was like, the guy checked once in a while, the dam guy, but they didn't care. But we'd go down there, the trout would fight like crazy. We used balls of cheese, red eggs in those days.
Rainbows?
All rainbows. They stocked them in the street above, and then they'd go in this dam, and they kept getting bigger. Some of them were a pound and a half, and they're all fat with snails. They had snails in their belly in those days. But anyway, then we used to go up to Crawley every year and catch them,
Right.
And I got up to Twin Lakes. We fished the streams. That's where I caught browns. They were little in those days.
How about your first, when you kind of caught the brown trout fever and started getting some bigger fish? When did that kind of start?
That's when I moved up to Bishop, and I met Reinwald and them guys. I didn't even know them. They had like a little clique going. Wouldn't let me in. Wouldn't tell me nothing. And and they caught a few. They had some. And so then we started fishing, and I caught my first larger one was at Pleasant Valley, a 6-pounder.
6-pounder?
Yeah, that was my first one of any size.
How about your first big one over 10 pounds? Tell me about that one.
That was at let's see, where was that at? That was at that was Twin Lakes, and I was up there trolling. I had been going up there off and on there and Crawley, and here and there, and my first big one, I don't know if that was my first or not, I forget now, times went by. My first big one was a 16-pounder I caught right in front of Bringhurst.
Really?
Oh, I looked down, I seen that thing coming up, it was like 11 in the morning, clear water, and I looked and I seen how big he was and all them spots, I almost did it in my pants.
So Bringhurst was Bringhurst in a boat, or was he on shore?
Yeah, he was in a boat trolling. Yeah, he was out there. We were both out early in the morning, and he had caught some. We caught some at the upper lake, and Reinwald, I was fishing with him. We caught like 4 to 7 pounders, like 5 or 6 of them at the upper lake. And then he went home, and I came back up and went to the lower lake.
Yeah.
And then I got one, and I went back and caught him, and then we came back up, and I got a 13-pounder the next day.
No way.
Yeah, in the same place, only shallower.
Yeah. Tell me about your biggest brown out of Twin. Was that your biggest brown ever? Was it 16 or?
No, my biggest ever was a 20-pounder of all things on opening day.
Opening day. What year was that?
1978.
Oh my God.
April 28th. Yeah.
Tell me about that fish. Tell me the story.
I was out in the morning, and I was in the boat with Howard, and we made some coffee. We went up at the upper end, and we were drifting around. It was still dark out. We made coffee, getting our lines ready, and so I just got back to the gorge, trolling with Reinwald. He caught a 17-9 right in the boat with me. And he was using a Rebel. Mm-hmm. And in fact, that's when I caught them 16-pounders. I forgot to tell you about that. They had a 16-pounder, had it mounted, and had I think it was 5 trout packed in its belly. That's when I started painting the rainbow lure. There was one. They were non-existent in those days. What
year was that, roughly?
That was, I got the fish mounted up at Twin Lakes. It was 1971. They didn't have them in Cabela's. I don't even think Bass Pro was going then. I forget now.
So you saw those rainbows
They were
in
none
that
around,
valley.
and then I did articles for Rebel with that. No, that was after. That was 78 when I caught that one. We kept it a speaker from 71 to 78. Right, all the day. I started doing them, then he started doing them. He was actually painting more before I did, but I did the rainbow one because when I seen the trout in the belly. So
is that what you caught the 20 on then? Was a rainbow? Rainbow-colored Rebel?
That I painted up, yeah.
So finish that story. So you're out.
And Beach, or Howard goes along. We're going slow in the morning and going along. And Howard tells me, speed up. So I start speeding up. I'm going week 4 or more. And I just got back fishing with Reinwald. Reinwald learned about the jigging. He knew about the jigging. Everybody learned it from Reinwald, and these guys from Huntington Lake. Bringhurst saw them doing it too. Nobody else did in the whole West Coast until that we knew of. Before that, they can claim all that stuff, but it's not true. Anyway, I was jerking the line, jerking it, and it went down like a ton of bricks. Actually, a fish splashed in front of us, and we thought it was a beaver. I told Laura, I almost ran over that beaver. And went by that spot, man, and boom, I told him I got one, man. I told him I hooked the beaver up for sure. I thought, because I see the beaver, they flash. You get close to them, they flash their tail. And he started taking a line, like big time, and start going down. He went down about 60 feet and going, like, wait a minute, this ain't no beaver. And then he's just salt. That's pretty heavy. I looked at because that's in the piston, that pretty much. My albacore and all that. Yeah. And I told Howard, this one is definitely over 15, man. This is a pity. He said, he looked at me and said, you're lucky. Yeah, anyway, that happened.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever lost any big ones out of twins?
Yes, I have.
Tell me about a real big one that you lost.
I lost one I saw clearly under the boat that was all of 30 pounds and more.
30 pounds?
Well, you tell me. It was over 3 feet long, at least. It's long, kind of long, and when he rolled on the side, he was almost as fat as he was long. How big is that?
Oh, my gosh, that's 30 pounds.
Oh, it's a fat one, man. It was in July. It was a big one, man.
July?
Yeah, it was in July, man. That's what surprised me. I fished him. I was out there early in the morning, and I'm throwing along, and this thing was on there, and he wasn't really fighting. He kind of just coming in, and coming in. And he went under the boat. He didn't run and fight like they all did. When he went under the boat, he rolled, and I saw him clear. That's when I seen him. He spit the lure right out like he never had it. Just like that. Just like that. And I was there for 4 days, and I lit the fish up. Never had a bite. And all of a sudden, this fish is there.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, so it like surprised me. I never even set the hook because it just felt like I was snagged or something. One of them type things. Kind of like Stearman when he caught his big one.
Tell me about that fish. Tell me about Stearman's fish.
Stearman's fish, he was with Winterset. By the way, I guess he's in trouble right now. I can't believe it. I don't know what happened. I almost feel like going up visiting and asking, what the hell did you do? Anyway, he was at the lower lake, Winterset, fishing an airboat. And I was at the upper, and I was at the lower, like all week. And I think I went after a couple of days and went back to lower. And I had a 4-pounder, and they had a 4-pounder as well. So I was having breakfast with him Friday morning, and I told him, I'm out of here. This place thing no good. So I left, and he calls me up. That's where I lived in Palmdale. And he calls me up and said, I just called the state record. I told him, what? So, anyway, yeah, he caught it the next day after I left.
No way. Now, did you get to see that? Did you head over to the lake to see the fish, or?
Yeah, I did. I went back up there.
So you just packed it up and headed over there to check it out?
Manami went up there to check it out, too.
That's your Manami.
They don't look as good when they're frozen, you know. But
yeah. How long did Manami have the record?
Oh, gosh. 5, 6, 7 years, maybe?
Yeah. And how Stearman's was how much bigger than his?
3 ounces.
3
ounces.
But
he's hot. Nobody will probably someone will probably break. Freaks show up once in a while.
Yeah.
Hey, I just figured something will happen because it's big fish in a lot of these lakes, but you can't catch them because they die of old age. But every once in a while, like big buck, they make a dumb mistake, and someone usually that doesn't know how to fish catches them. Usually, not always.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Tell me about the gorge. Because that was the heyday. Flaming Gorge was putting out 10, 20-pound browns back in the, late 70s?
Yeah, 70. I missed a lot of it. I came later, but I was actually the first one of the group to go over there.
Oh, really?
The game warden caught a 29-pounder, and this other guy caught what the heck was it, a 30... God, what was that, 29? He caught a 31-pounder. So there's 2 big ones caught within a short time. So I went over there fishing, and then I went back. Beach went back with me, and we didn't catch something big, 6-pounders. 8 pounders. We didn't sure how to fish and stuff. And later, start making more